football, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He gets it complete to Harris.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at the 33-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. He's going to field this at the 4. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to him on first down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block if you're an offensive lineman. Nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Throwing is Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Rhodes. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Come on. Hey.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
They'll run on first down. Vincent. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Broncos at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but hold on, you finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And this is caught. It's Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Hurts to throw.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Up the middle they go. Vincent, and some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On first down, Wynn. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. To try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 2nd down now, Vincent. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger, go!
On 2nd down, Vincent. And some room to roam now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. On 2nd down now, Vincent. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards to pick up there and also a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
They go play action with Hurts.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a give right side. Win.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action with Wilson.
Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a give right side. Win. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Win. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Win.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great
rush coming, and he's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Vincent, 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And he'll go out of bounds, but not before taking this deep into enemy territory down to the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Win. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Play action. Now Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Mustang 19.
But 1st down hurts. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. And I remember saying to someone after my 2nd or 3rd day there, like, this altitude thing, this is no big deal. And day 4, it hit. And it hit hard. And it took me a while to get ready and get acclimated. So some teams, they like to come in early, try and get on a schedule and feel good with it. Other teams say, forget it. Let's not let the effects jump on us. They come in as late as possible, as close to kickoff, and play. Whatever way they did it, it worked in this one.